I really want to love this place, but stay tuned to find out why I can't. Green Bay Resort Phu Quoc is located around 28 kilometers north of the airport and 17 kilometers north of the main town of Yeongdong. Taxis are easy to book, but keep in mind it's about a 30-minute drive to town. The reception area, more of a welcome pavilion really, is open air and a bit sparse, but not quite in a purposeful way. And that more or less defined my experience in general during my stay. On their website, they refer to themselves as 5-star. On all booking sites, they're 4-star, which is the rating that I'm going to use to judge them. But things were a bit all over the place, as I'll explain. The grounds and the facilities, though, were immaculate for the most part, and between the lush walkways and the lighting, walking back to my bungalow at night felt more like a scene from Where the Wild Things Are, in a good way. The resort has 2 really large main pools, plus another smaller pool I'll show you in a bit. The 2 main pools have roped off sections for little kids, which isn't that common in Vietnam, but is a great comfort for families considering a stay. The main beach at the resort is located directly in front and had plenty of spots to lounge around in the shade or in the sun. The resort had around 70 total rooms and bungalows, and between the 2 large pool areas, there's plenty of room for everyone. Even though tonight I was the only guest. Note that normally there are 2 restaurants, the larger of the 2 behind the pool you just saw, but that one was closed for maintenance during my stay. Green Bay brands itself as an eco-resort, which by the looks of it, it seems to be true in the original design of the property when it was opened a few years ago, though some of their practices are not quite eco-friendly. By the way that it's shown online, this villa complex can either be rented as one huge 4-bedroom villa, or 4 separate villas with a shared semi-private pool, the 3rd pool that I mentioned earlier. There are bikes available for guests that want to use them, but if you enjoy just walking around on your holiday, this is a really nice place to be. The property is deceptively large, with over 750 meters or 2,500 feet of coastline and a total area of around 12 hectares. One of the benefits of a resort like this, where the original foliage is mostly undisturbed, is that you don't need 100 gardeners to maintain it. Honestly, I don't think I ever saw any gardening staff, but everything looked great and natural. Now we're headed to the second beach and pool area, probably the one that I would prefer, as I imagine it would be a little less crowded during high season than the other side of the resort. Private dinners or special events can be arranged on the pavilion, which is connected to a mini beach, which would be great for families with smaller kids. Behind it is the second main pool. On the other side, the smaller of the 2 restaurants. This is the one that was open during my stay, and the views and the setting were truly top-notch. As we take a look at this set of chairs and umbrella setup, let's talk a little bit about the service. When you're the only guest in a resort, you come to realize quickly that the single set of chairs set up at each pool and at the main beach is all for you. In this regard, the service was great. But on the other hand, the staff, except for in the restaurant, just weren't that warm. Additionally, reception wasn't open 24/7. They did give me a 24-hour hotline if I needed anything after hours though. I do understand this given the circumstances, but the thing is, they're the ones that designated themselves as 5-star, not me. Coming from the restaurant or the pool that we just saw, a climb up these steps will bring us to my room during this stay. My room was an Ocean View Pool Pavilion. You'll see why in a moment, but in my opinion, if you're going to come to Green Bay, this is really the only room that you should be considering. The exterior door leads directly into a huge, bright, and airy white bedroom. The interior was well furnished, but if I had to point out one thing, it would be that I wish the desk chair was a little bit more comfortable, since there's no other spot in the room to get work done. The minibar was just about as disappointing as it gets. Not only is this an eco-resort using plastic bottles, but they're also trying to sell you larger bottles of the same water, not to mention only instant coffee was available. PowerPoints were easily accessible around the bed, and the storage space was beyond adequate for I think just about any traveler. The bathroom was spacious, but had two disappointing problems. First, it's great that they use bulk soap dispensers, but it's not so great that they don't check them before a customer checks in. I'd rather not think about what it might have been, but let's just say the body wash container was surely not full of soap. Secondly, you can't see them on camera, and I didn't even notice them when filming, but the outdoor shower's floor is covered with some small berries that fall from the tree above, along with about 1,000 gnats hovering near the ground. That said, everything else in the room was really great. I can understand why they refer to these rooms as pavilions, as they really are pretty massive. Here we have the outdoor tub, which is also connected to the pool deck. One thing I really do appreciate about these rooms though, you must go through the locked door in order to access the pool. I've stayed in many pool villas or similar accommodation over the past year, and this is only the second time that I've been able to have a totally private pool, the other being when I stayed at Zanier by San Ho. For a bit of orientation, we will go through the bedroom to access the pool deck and the best part of the room, if not the best part of the resort in general, this pool. I really cannot overstate how great this pool is. It's rare to get an infinity pool that is close to the water, but also completely private. And it has a nice and safe set of stairs to climb in and out of as well. As we get a better view of the pavilion, I will say though, they could have done a better job hiding the pool instead of just having the exposed concrete sides, but that's just a thought. Due to the unique orientation of the resort on the island, we were treated to beautiful sunrises and sunsets every day. But now, unfortunately, we must talk about the food. It was really not good. The Caesar salad was quite possibly an entire head of iceberg lettuce, undressed, with some bits of chicken and bacon on top, and the pizza. Let's look past the frozen pre-made crust. This was supposed to be a mushroom and either prosciutto or Parma ham pizza. Clearly, though, this is regular ham. So what happened? The menu is way too big. Instead of serving subpar food from 100 different options, give me a menu with 3, 4, 5 options that you know that you can do really well. The next morning, I'll take you on a stroll back to the restaurant for breakfast. The rooms you see here are Hillview Pool Pavilions. Honestly, just spend the extra bucks and get the ocean view if you're coming. These are the same layout, but clearly without the view. The food program really is a shame because the restaurant is beautiful and the views are absolutely stunning. I'd have to say this is one of the best settings on the entire island for breakfast. Breakfast was a small a la carte menu served along with a bread basket, a fruit plate, and yogurt. The quantity was more than enough. The quality was okay at best. Thankfully, the coffee was really good. Not too much more to explore besides this seemingly unfinished pier, but it gives us a great overview of the resort. I will also mention that there was a small fitness center and spa that I did not include in this video. And finally, I'm going to give you a fast view of driving from my villa to the reception just to give you an idea of the scale of the resort. As we're driving along, we are also coming to the end of this video. As always, we genuinely hope that you enjoyed it and found the content useful. To see much more content about Vietnam coming out this year, help us out by giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing and turning on notifications for more videos to come.